Guys, how's it going? It's Al. Week 2 of NFL fantasy football and sports betting is here. I have a friend of mine, Peter Jennings, aka CSU Ram 88 from unabatedsports.com, to walk you through how to use the great tools that they have to help you be a better sports bettor, to use their tools to help you with your pick'ems on Underdog Fantasy and Prize Picks. It's a great tool that you can upload your own projections to or use the ones that are native to their site. Pete's going to give you a walkthrough of everything. I'm not on this video, but I appreciate you guys being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, and if you wanted to get a free 5-day trial to all the great products they have at Unabated Sports, go to smizzle.tv/bet. And that will give you that free 5-day trial as well as a discounted membership if you want to continue after those 5 days. So without any further ado, here comes Pete.
He's a legend.
And we have an unabated line here. And the unabated line is basically a mixture of sharp books. And we have them weighted towards books that we believe are sharper depending on the sport. So this is our best guess at what the market is. And you'll see here, there's no hold in any of these markets. We have a hold-free, 0% hold in our unabated line. So this is basically what we believe the market is. It's a combination of a variety of these books, focused specifically on the sharpest books. So with this, we can compare the unabated line to lines that are available. And as you'll see here, the best price is over here. Broadly, most of these markets have, a pretty decent bit of hold. This percentage is when you take the hold between the best price at each of the different books. So going into a lot here, kind of on the page, you can, of course, sort by spread, total, money line, and we'll have the unabated line for all of these. And you can shop for the best price. And that's the thing that I would just say in general for anyone who is betting sports. The key is always to get the best price. And the best thing that you have as a bettor is that you have a lot of options. So one thing we've done is basically build this screen to help save you time to identify the best price at the books that you have available. And you can compare that to what we believe the hold-free market is. This is our bread and butter page. This is the page that people at Unabated use the most. Next, I'm going to go into our player prop screen, which I think is a really fun screen. And for a lot of you, I imagine, if you're watching this video, my background's in DFS at projecting players. This is kind of the new market that a lot of people are going after. So if you've played DFS or fantasy sports in general, you're projecting individual players. And of course, a market that's just boomed is the player prop market. And we have the same sort of setup here where we have aggregated lines from different sports books and different players. So recording this before the Thursday game in week 2, the main market right now is the Thursday night football game with the Eagles and the Vikings. We have available markets for receiving yards here. You can basically upload your own projections or from projection sources that we have here. So I'll choose Fantasy Pros for this one, and you can simulate the lines, basically turning those fantasy point projections into projections here to compare to the props. Let's see if we've got that again. So this is helpful. Obviously, you have to have really good projections. I would do your own research on what you think is best. Personally, I'm a huge fan of ETR. Obviously, I'm involved in that business, but I think they have the best projections in the industry. You can upload those yourself and compare those projections here. Obviously, these are number fire projections that loaded up. And you can see here, basically taking the number fire projections, you could find edges based on the lines that are available on these player props. Be very, very cautious with this tool. Any error in projections will show big edges. And broadly, markets are relatively efficient. I think the props market is somewhat inefficient, but broadly, you would assume that the market is right over projections unless you have a high amount of conviction that the projections are very good. So again, that's why I endorse ETR personally, but there are a lot of other good options, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of hard work on projections around the industry. The next tool that I think is really fun is the DFS Pick'em tool. And I am a huge fan of Underdog and playing their markets over there. So we have a similar setup. You can basically upload your own projections or use fantasy projections from other sources. We have unabated projections for college football and WNBA. For NFL, we have the projections here, or you can upload your own. And you can actually weight them. So let's take a look at if we did. Actually, we'll do thirds. We'll take a look at the kind of, we have each of these around a third for the NFL. using these projections, mixing them and comparing them to the underdog lines. And what you'll see here is that based on that projection set, there's some big edges out there. Now, again, you have to be very thoughtful about what projections you use. You have to assume that the market is right, and you better have conviction on why the projections are beating the market if you're going to use them. But in this case, let's just assume these are right for the sake of what they are. Anytime you see an edge this big, I'm always skeptical, just to be clear as well. I think you should look for 5 to 10% edges broadly. But you can see if in reality these edges were huge, you'd have a really big edge on this underdog pick 'em slip. So this is a tool that's gaining a lot of traction. A lot of people are playing over on Underdog and Prize Picks. And I think this is an excellent tool to save you time if you want to upload your projections and compare them to the markets that are available on Prize Picks and Underdog. All right, getting into some more features here that we have at Unabated. We're now moving into our Concierge tier, and this is our highest end subscription. And this is something that I'm extremely proud of. We've done a lot of great work, and there's a ton of tools and different things that are available in the Concierge part of the subscription, including Edge Rusher, which is one of our most popular tools that basically aggregates all of the different edges that we have with the unabated line versus markets that are available. So as I was talking about before, there are, the NFL sides, for example, is a very efficient market where there's not a huge delta between prices at different sports books. However, if you look at a variety of other sports, there is so much surface area that oftentimes there will be a delta between the unabated line and prices that are available in the market. So what's showing here is basically all of those bets. And right now, we're shorting by edges by the hour. You can see here edges by different leagues. So MLB has been the most popular recently. That's because there's so many games: college football, NFL, WNBA. And we also show kind of the edges by book that we're finding. You can sort out the books that you have. You can sort out different bet types. You could look for alternate lines. You could sort by the different amount of edge. So let's just say you had less books, for example. So we'll just remove a varieties. We'll keep kind of the main books that are available in regulated markets. And you'll see, obviously, there's less edges, but there still are, and you can kind of sort by what you want to see. So to me, that's a really great feature. It saves you a ton of time if you're looking for bets. You can come up with a process of where you think sports books may be vulnerable. And again, this is a great time of year to be betting because there's multiple things going on. There's a lot of surface area for sports book to cover, from WNBA, college football, NFL, baseball still going on. And we're going to get into the peak of the sports season when the NBA and the NHL start up as well. So this is a really, really valuable tool. Our Concierge program is our highest end subscription. If you're serious about winning in sports betting, to me, it's the most important tool in the market. In addition, we're really investing heavily in college football, which broadly is a more inefficient market relative to the NFL. And if you take a look at the news on college football, we are now tracking everything in real time and updating here for college football at Unabated. You will get the news the fastest and in real time if you're a Concierge member. So we've actually built in some other things where these products are integrated. If you want to take a look at our NCAF odds, you can actually see the news on this page. You can also see that there's a variety of edges. College football obviously has so many different games. So you can see that there's just way more surface area for the books to cover. In addition, on this same page, and this is how a lot of people are trading sports now, you can also see Edge Rusher while looking at the odds as well. So that's another Concierge feature. I think this is if you're serious about sports betting, that's something that we're really heavily investing in, is making sure we have a lot of value to provide to our Concierge members. And we're really trying to save you time and educate people on how important it is to get the best price when making sports bets. So again, this is Peter Jennings. I hope this was helpful for everyone. We'll be on this channel a lot and putting out more content around ways that you can leverage Unabated to win at sports or props or pick 'em. And I hope this was helpful, and would love any feedback that you guys have.
He's a legend.